Welcome to race at the Korea International Circuit. This is a pre-race analysis for this weekend. We're running as one and only Hamilton, who's in pole position this weekend. Unfortunately, we haven't got that. We've got 5th on the grid at the moment. That's because I just skipped straight to race so I could get this video sorted. Who's on pole? You got Weber on pole, followed by Fernando Alonso and Massa. Wow, Massa's 3rd, Vettel 4th, Button 5th, Hamilton in 6th. Right, let's see if we can get away well. Come on, lights please. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, 5 lights, and go. Not got the best traction off the line, but that's because we're using no traction control, which makes it a lot harder. Legend AI, giving it bump to Vettel, bump to Massa, get out of the way, you dirty bastard. Right, round the outside of Vettel on the, don't know if that's the 2nd turn or the 1st turn really. And we're picking up Webber's slipstream down the back straight. Look at the speed of that McLaren, so much better than the crappy Red Bull. Right, let's see, try not to outbrake ourselves here, which we have done, but right, let's keep to the line there, missing the apex a little bit on the corner, but we're down the straight. Let's see if we can get around this corner all right. Don't know if I've mentioned already, using Legend AI, no traction control, no ABS, nothing else. Ooh, a little bit of an oversteer moment there. Coming across the top of the hill, this is an easy flat section if you've got the right setup, which I do. Right, yes, very flat. The AI doesn't seem to be going flat through here, so I don't know what's going on there. Slight lift going into that corner, braking hard for that right-hander, and across over, looking into the Dockland section of the track. This is a little bit of a tricky right-hander. You've got to stay quite far left, but then flick right at the last second. Into the street section of the circuit. Somebody signs in and distracts me there a little bit. Let's see what time we can get on this lap. Oh dear. The AI, Legend AI is already 4.046 seconds behind me, and we've not even finished the first lap yet. Let's see how far behind they are on the end of this first lap. The gap is 4.650 seconds, and we did a lap time of 136.6979. Can't even read. Okay, let's talk about the race at the weekend. So we've got Lewis Hamilton on pole with a time of 1:35.820. He's followed closely by Sebastian Vettel for the Red Bull Renault with a time of 1:36.042. Then Jenson Button in 3rd. The McLaren is looking very strong around this track, so it's a bit disappointing that Jenson only managed 3rd. Mark Webber in 4th. He's not really very good, is he really? Let's be honest. He's not won any races this season, and Vettel's won pretty much all of them. Who have we got next? We've got Felipe Massa in the 5th. He needs to stop whinging and get his finger out of his arse. But he did out-qualify Fernando Alonso in the struggling Ferrari. Who have we got next? Nico Rosberg in the Mercedes. Pretty good qualifying there. And then we got Vitaly Petrov. He's pretty good in 8th. Paul di Resta a bit disappointing in 9th. Then Sutil, followed by Jaime Alguersuari in 11th. Then Michael Schumacher in 12th. That's pretty disappointing for Michael for Schumacher. And then we have Sebastian Buemi in 13th for Toro Rosso. Then we have Kobayashi, Senna. That's really disappointing for Senna in the Renault, who should be way up there. Probably should have been into Q3. Then we have Pastor Maldonado, Perez, Barrichello, probably the most disappointing one of them all, as we set a new fastest lap of 1:32.627, 4.051 seconds faster. Let's see how far behind the legendary, supposedly AI. We've pulled out 10.20 seconds on the AI. Right, that's just ridiculous. They should be way faster than that. Right, finally, the back markers, Kovalainen, Trulli, Glock, D'Ambrosio, Liuzzi, followed by Ricciardo. He, unfortunately, didn't get a run, so that's why he's last, but he's been last a couple of times, so... Red Bull, development driver, driving Hispania. Probably should be in the Toro Rosso by now. Picking up a little bit of marbles there, as we run a bit wide. Don't really like this section of the track, it's a bit tricky. And, ooh, big oversteer moment there. Managed to hold on into my favourite section of the track. Look how slow we are. 0.529 seconds slower in that section. That was a big mistake there. Easy flat, lifting off again, and then followed by the heavy braking for the right-hander. Fun fact, this track is the Korean Top Gear test track. That's quite interesting. And that's the only other time it's used, apart from one truck race each year. Predictions for Sunday. I think Hamilton's going to win, as long as he doesn't get caught up in any incidents, any penalties. I also think Vettel should have got a penalty for cutting the massive corner at the end of Q3, but of course the stewards don't give him anything. There we go, across the line first as Lewis Hamilton. Let's see if we can produce the same result tomorrow, Lewis. Let's not get in any incidents. Let's not get any penalties. Let's just lead from the front. Look at that, gain 5 places. Lead from the front and win. Okay, fastest lap 132, and the AI fastest lap 138, picking up 25 points as we head into the next race, which is India. So I'll see you then for the Indian Grand Prix, and let's see Lewis's celebrations quickly. Come on. There we go, Lewis Hamilton wins in Korea. Hopefully we'll be able to see him win tomorrow. Look at that, who came in second? Was it Webber? Let's see. Where's Webber? Come on. There he is. Big eyebrowed Webber. There we go, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please rate, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time for some more Formula 1.